All right, what's up, guys? So I got a video request from professional commentator, and he wants me to talk about, can you do a video on trolling or people messing with you, and how, like, if you stand up for yourself, they'll say you're being soft or easily offended, but if you don't say anything, they'll just keep doing it until they get bored or it escalates to violence. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the best with this either, to be honest with you. Like, there's times where I try to defend myself, and there's times where I have a hard time regulating my emotions, and then it comes out the wrong way, and I say things that are hurtful to the person, and it makes me more guilty, even though this person started it, this person instigated me, and I tried to stand up for myself, but I didn't do it the right way because I said insults, I said some hateful things, discriminating things or something, and that's not the right thing of doing things. And people, I mean, if you share that with people, people will think you're the bad guy also, right? And that's a thing, like I think it's the way you defend yourself against somebody. Like, you gotta, you just hope you can rationalize and just see these people for who they are. They're bullies. They're putting their stress out on you. They're just angry. You just look at it that way, and you just say it for how it is, right? And when you think better, you can regulate your emotions better and express it better instead of ignoring it. Because if you ignore it and you just let it get to you, right, then then you're gonna suppress your emotions, and it's just gonna make you feel worse, And that's what people don't get, what stoicism is. There's a lot of people that just say just ignore it, and that makes everything worse, And that's when you suppress your shit, and you have a hard time expressing how you feel, what you don't like about this person, and how they're trolling you, how they're offending you, So I guess it's how you defend yourself too, right? And I'm not saying I'm an expert. That's something I have trouble with also, and it's something I'm trying to get better at. Yeah, I guess when they say you're soft, you're easily offended, that's just them gaslighting you. They don't like being called out for them doing wrong. That's what they do when you don't like something and they did something wrong. They'll say things like that. You're too sensitive. They'll say things like you're soft. You're just easily offended. They'll say just touch grass or something. And they'll say, oh, it's just all in your head. It's not as big of a deal, That's what they'll do when you call them out, They don't want to be called out. They don't want to be labeled as a bully. They don't want to be wrong, So they'll play victim, and they'll say some stuff like that. Basically, that means you're calling it out for how it is, and they don't like that. Yeah, they'll keep doing it until they get bored. Yeah, sometimes if they keep doing the shit and you don't faze them, maybe they'll not do it no more, Maybe they'll move on, but maybe some of them will escalate to violence. Maybe they're really pissed off at you and they want to get in your face, right? I guess if they get in your face, they push you, they want to start fighting. You might have to defend yourself. You might have to fight against them, You have to stand your ground, I guess, That's when they put their hands on you, I guess. But let's see what else you gotta say. Yeah, those type of people are toxic. Like, if you're witnessing that online and they're saying some disrespectful shit, I guess you could just report them, you know? That's something I should have done on my YouTube. I had a lot of hate on my old channel with certain things, and I feel like I should have done that more. Just report the comments, just ban them, you know? Guess that's something you could do if it's something online, right? If they're like haters or something. What else? Or like maybe like say if you are a YouTuber, you can just delete your YouTube, you know? Kind of like me, I guess, because I mean, I did it for a lot of reasons, but I guess there's people that do it because it was too toxic for them. They get more haters all the time, even though they didn't do that much wrong. And sometimes, like deleting like YouTube or TikTok or something like that, if you're a content creator or if you're just someone that just watches the thing, you just comment, like, can help you, you know? It can help your health in a way online. Yeah, and I think this is the worst when you're at work. You're dealing with these toxic coworkers. You're dealing with like a supervisor act like this. They talk shit on you. They try to put you down. They see you not getting this task and they call you slow and they don't have the patience. They put the stress on you. They yell like this. They say this is someone's ear, like that, you know? They'll do that type of crap. I guess like with a job like that, I guess it's best to leave. It's best to leave that job. Try to quit, find something else, you know? But that's not easy for everybody because some people may need that job to make money and they need to find a job first. So trying to find a job as soon as possible, I guess. You know, depending on the situation, you know. Yeah, I guess like if you witness this type of people, no matter where you're at, try to stay away from them. That's probably the best thing to do. Try to avoid it as much as possible. And that's not easy though, depending on the situation. Like, what happens if it's like your family? Then I guess you can try to move out, you know, but that's not easy for everybody. Not everyone's capable of trying to move out, you know. But if you are capable, definitely try to move out of there so you can avoid family members that do this type of thing too, right? Sometimes, like, maybe you can like be sarcastic with them and try to do it in a goofy way, you know? They say some weird stuff to you. Maybe say something back, I guess, you know? That's not easy for everybody either, but I guess it can work, you know? But yeah, it's difficult with these people. I have a hard time with this too, man. Seriously. I have a hard time regulating my emotions. I have a hard time trying to find ways to avoid these type of people, you know? It's difficult. But if you're dealing with this, hopefully you're able to avoid them. You can find a way to maneuver these trolls, maneuver these toxic people in real life, you know? Because they can ruin your mental health. They just want to see your downfall. That's what it is, you know? They don't care about you, those people. They just hate you for some reason. They're jealous. They're envious of you, you know? But I'll catch you guys later.